Hey, this is Jeffrey Pepper Rogers here for acoustic guitar with a lesson on low bass tunings. These are a type of alternate tunings where you lower the bass strings but leave all the others in standard tuning. And they have a lot of advantages. They're not nearly as disorienting as tunings where you change many or all of the strings. You can still use most of the knowledge of the fingerboard that you have from standard tuning. And they're also a lot easier to get in and out of in performance. So the most common tuning of this type is drop D, where you just lower the 6th string down to D and leave all the others in standard tuning. But if you explore a little beyond drop D and lower the bass strings a bit more, you can access a whole range of sounds that are a little more off the beaten track, but still pretty easy to wrap your fingers and your head around. So we're going to try out two tunings of this type, G6 and dropped C, which you can hear in music by people like Lonnie Johnson, Chet Atkins, Lindsey Buckingham, and Richard Thompson. So let's give these a shot. First, let's try out G6 tuning. So from low to high, the notes are D, G, D, G again, B, and E. So with the open strings, we've got a G6 chord. The 6th string is an octave below the 4th string, so make sure those are in tune with each other. And the 5th string is an octave below the 3rd string. And the top 4 strings are in standard tuning. There's some nice Chet Atkins arrangements in G6 tuning, like Vincent and Yellow Bird. If you want to hear a sampler of songs in G6, I put together a little playlist on Spotify. You can search for songs in G6 tuning to look up that playlist. So first, just to get oriented in this tuning, try out these basic chord shapes. First, a G6 chord. This is just the open strings, the top 5 strings. Here's a G, G5, moving up the neck, here's a G at the 7th fret, or at the 10th fret. And here are some D shapes. That's just a regular D. I'm just skipping over the 5th string. Or, I could do this. That's a D5, not playing the 1st string. This is another D with a bar up at the 7th fret. A D. Again, where I'm skipping over the 5th string, or that's a D up at the 10th fret. This is a C over G. Or a bar version of a C. That's on the 4 middle strings, barred at the 5th fret. So that's a shape I can move anywhere on the neck. Or here's another version of that chord, but using a couple open strings instead. That's also a C. So here's an A minor. minor that you know, except fretting the 5th string at the 2nd fret, or there's an A minor 7. Here's an A minor shape up at the 5th fret. Or an A minor 7. Here's an E minor. And another E minor shape up the neck. And finally, here's an F shape. That's one can move around the neck, no open strings. Here's another example in G6 tuning. This one's a simple finger picking pattern in a relaxed style reminiscent of Hawaiian slack key guitar. In this example, we're going to make the most of the open strings and add a little melody on the top. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.